Hi everyone. Today we're going to learn about the plant and flower life cycle, how it grows, and then we're going to play a little game behind me about the plant life cycle and the flower life cycle. So first, we're going to read a short story called The Sunflower Life Cycle. Does anyone like sunflowers? I know a lot of the kids told me that their favorite flower was a sunflower. This is the sunflower life cycle. Look at this beautiful field of bright sunflowers. This book will tell you a lot about them. Sunflowers are plants, and so is everything else in this garden. Plants are living things, but they do not move around like animals. Plants stay in one place and grow. Some plants have flowers, some plants have vegetables or fruits, and both animals and people depend on plants for food. There are millions of kinds of plants in the world. Do you know what makes all of them alike? They all began as tiny seeds, so all plants start as seeds. Let's take a look at the life cycle of a sunflower to see how a plant grows. These are sunflower seeds. Does anyone like to eat sunflower seeds? They get planted in the spring. Why? They need warmth and rain to grow into flowers. Rainwater wets the ground, it softens the seed until it bursts open, and then up grows the baby sunflower with roots, a stem, and little green leaves. So this is called a seedling. A seedling is a baby plant. The plant gets bigger and bigger, and it grows into a big bud. This is called a bud at the top, a flower bud. Do you know what that bud will become? So when the bud opens, what will come out of it? The answer is a bright yellow flower. One by one, the petals open, and soon the sunflower will be in full bloom. About 2 months after the seed was planted, the sunflower is all grown up, and now it is in full bloom. A few days later, the sunflower begins to make sugary liquid called nectar. Buzz, buzz, bees stop by for a sweet drink. That's called nectar. Sunflowers also make a sticky dust called pollen. When bees fly from flower to flower, they spread the dust around, and this causes sunflowers to make new seeds. In fall, sunflowers shrivel up and start to die. They drop their seeds, which slide into the ground, and the seeds stay buried until the spring, and then they will grow into new sunflowers. So let's go over the life cycle of the sunflower. So how do all plants start? As a tiny seed. Good. And then does anyone remember what the baby plant is called? A baby plant is called a seedling. Good. And then a sunflower opens up from the bud, and then it shrivels up, and it will start to grow again in the spring. So that is how plant and flowers grow, and we're going to play a little game behind me. So first, I'm reminding you of the 4 things that plants need to grow. Can you name them? Soil, air, sun, and water. So we've been going over those 4 things plants need to grow, and now I have the parts of the plant life cycle, so I'm going to mix them up, and I want to see if you can put them in order, 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So let me mix them up. Okay, so first we have a bud. This is the bud. Remember, the flower comes out of the bud. This one is the flower. This one is the seed. And this one is the seedling. So I want to see if you can put them in order. I'm going to mix them up, okay? All right, now Which one do you think comes first? Let's take a look at all of them. Which one should I put for number 1 that comes first? Okay, we're gonna put the seed because all plants start as seeds. So seed goes on number 1. Good. Okay, which one should I put next for number 2? So remember, there's a bud, flower, or seedling. What comes next after we plant the seed? That will be the baby plant called the seedling. Very good. So seedling goes at number 2. Okay. Now which one comes next? Is it bud or flower? Number 3 is bud, because the flower will later come out of the bud. It didn't come out yet. So bud goes at number 3. Okay, and the last one is a flower. Very good. So flower goes at number 4. Great. So let's go over it again. Number 1 is seed. Number 2 is seedling. Number 3 is bud. And number 4 is flower. Great job. So you can try to put them in order at home too. Thanks. Bye.